Morning children, welcome back to my class. So earlier, what did we do? We saw first part of our poem, The Champa Flower, written by Rabindranath Tagore. Let's continue in today's class, day 2. Okay, let's see what did the child do after becoming a champa flower. Until now we know that he became a champa flower and he was there up at the tallest branch up in the tree, and he watched what the mother did all day round. Right, now let's see what is he up to for the next thing. The champa flower part 2. When after your midday meal you sat at the window reading Ramayana, and the tree's shadow fell over your hair and your lap, I should fling my wee little shadow on the page of your book just where you were reading. But would you guess that it was the tiny shadow of your little child? Repeat. When after your midday meal is mostly your lunch child. Okay, when after your midday meal you sat at the window reading Ramayana. Okay, so the mother's habit, what was it? After her midday meal, when she wants to relax, what does she do? She sits next to the window and she reads Ramayana. Ramayana, children, you must all know about it, isn't it? The epic story, right, in Hindu. What is it? The Ramayana, where Lord Rama had come to this world to save us against whom? Yeah, Ravana, isn't it? So the mother used to read Ramayana sitting next to the window after the midday meal. Okay, after the lunch. And the tree's shadow fell over your hair and your lap. And the tree's shadow fell over your hair and your lap. Now the tree, it used to create a shadow, isn't it, children? Okay, so the shadow was falling on the hair and on mother's lap. I should fling. What do you mean by fling? That is throw forcefully. Throw forcefully. I should fling my wee little shadow. My wee little shadow. What do you mean by wee, children? Okay, wee is a little. Okay, a cute way of telling little. Okay, my wee little shadow, because the flowers don't make a huge shadow, isn't it? The tree can make, the leaves can make, but the flowers takes a very less space of the shadow, isn't it? So he's saying, I should fling my wee little shadow on the page of your book, just where you were reading. Now see, the poet is telling it very clearly. The champa flower, okay, the little boy, when he becomes a flower, what does he want? He wants to see from the flower on the tree the mother reading Ramayana. Now the tree is creating a huge shadow and it is falling over whom? The mother's hair and on her lap. But this little flower, our little boy, he says, I should fling my wee little shadow. It means the tiny shadow which is created by the flower should fall on the page where exactly the mother is reading. Okay, understood, child? He wants to focus and he wants to gain the attention of the mother. But would you guess that it was the tiny shadow of your little child? Can the mother even know about it? No, even earlier he was asking the mother, right? Can you even recognize me? Just like that he is asking, when I come fall on your book as a shadow, can you guess that it was your little child? That's how the child is trying to play with the mother. Okay. When in the evening you went to the cow shed when in the evening you went to the cowshed with a lighted lamp in your hand, with a lighted lamp in your hand, I should suddenly drop onto the earth again. I should suddenly drop onto the earth again and be your baby once more, and be your baby once more, and beg you to tell me a story, and beg you to tell me a story. So here the poet is saying, in the evening, those days children, this is a very long back story, okay, far away tales, okay, just like that. This story dates very long back, okay. During those days, electricity was a constraint to everyone, right? So not every houses had lamps, okay, not every houses had what do you say, bulbs, tube lights and all, okay. So they used to have lamps when the sunlight, when the sun sets down, okay. So they used to have a lamp lighted always. So this mother is carrying the lamp and she's going to the cow shed. So when she does this action, the champa flower should fall down to the earth again, and he wants to become a baby once more. He wants to become a baby once more, and once he becomes a baby, what will he do? He will beg his mother to tell him a story. That's how we all do, right? Every night before going to bed, you all would love to hear a story from your mother. Yes or not, children? Like that, the poet also wants a story from the mother. It clearly says that he can imagine whatever he wants to be. But at the end of the day, he wants to be the mother's little baby and sleep next to her, because he loves his mother the most. Okay, so what happens next? When you become a baby again, what will you do? Where have you been, you naughty child? I won't tell you, mother. That's what you and I would say then. That's what you and I would say then. So this poem is written by Rabindranath Tagore. Okay, now what is the total summary of the poem? Okay, this little boy, he wants to become a champa flower and stay at the tallest branch so that he can observe what his mother's doing. Okay, now the mother is very busy with the household, okay, chores, but the little child, he wants to gain the attention of the mother. Okay, just like how you all play hide and seek. Yes or not, children? Just like that, the child wants to play hide and seek with his mother. But in a different way, he wants to become a champa flower. Okay, he is imagining him to become a champa flower, and he wants to enjoy the mother's presence. Okay, so when the mother comes out after the bath, okay, when the mother is reading in the in the place next to the window, or when the mother comes to the courtyard, or to the to the cow shed, everywhere the little boy wants to follow, but wants to hide from the mother. He wants his mother to play along with him, okay, and make sure that they are enjoying together. Okay, but when the night falls, what does the little child want to do? He wants to become once more the baby of the mother, and he wants the mother to tell a story. When finally the mother finds the baby, she will ask him, "Where have you been, naughty child?" He will deny telling the answer. "I will not tell you, mother." And at last what will happen? This is what these people will be conversing. That is what the last sentence say. That's what you and I would say then. This poem is written by whom? Rabindranath Tagore. Do you know who he is? What did he do? What is our national anthem? Jana Gana Mana. Who wrote it? Yes, children, it is Rabindranath Tagore. Okay, you please collect more information about Rabindranath Tagore. He was a famous poet. You all understand, children? Indian poet. So you must know more about him. So let's see few hard words and their meaning which we came across in the poem. Okay, the first word which we saw was budded. Okay, where he wanted to dance on the budded leaves. Remember, so what do you mean by budded? It is actually a past participle of the verb bud. Okay, bud is nothing but the parts of a plant where a flower or a fruit grows up, right? So that is called as a bud. Now the next word which we saw was shadow. What do you mean by shadow? A dark area or shape produced by body coming between rays of light and surface. When the sunlight is falling down, what do? You go and stand over there. What happens? A shadow is created, right? That is meant by the shadow. So here the poet, when he becomes the what? The champa flower, he says that he wants to fall as a shadow on whatever the activity the mother does. It means he wants to follow like a shadow. The next word we saw was the court. Okay, look at the image here. Court. It is not the place where judgment is provided, but here it is meant as a courtyard. In this poem, it is meant as a courtyard. Okay, it is nothing but an unroofed area that is completely or partially enclosed by walls or building. Just like this, where our parents keep our Tulasi madam, right? Just like that, this one. You understood, children? Okay, next one is fling. Throw forcefully. The next one is cowshed, a farm building in which cattle are kept when not at pasture. That means it is not grazing at that time or eating at that time, or in which they are milked. Okay, that is a place where they are tied to one pole so that the cow doesn't wander away. Okay, the cow doesn't wander away, right? So that is called as a cowshed. Okay, now I have a task for you. You must find who is he. He is the poet of this poem. Okay, he was the person who has written this poem, The Champa Flower. Now, what you will have to do is, you will at least write 2 to 3 sentences about him. You will at least write 2 to 3 sentences about him and submit it before 4 p.m. today. Got it, children? Who is this person? A clue. He is the poet of this poem. He is the author of this poem. You will have to find few information about him and give me 2 or 3 sentences. Write it in your homework notebook. Send as a picture to me before 4 p.m. today. Got it, children? So that's all I have with the poem, The Champa Flower. So see you all in the next class. Bye-bye.